why you keep seeing 911 all the time. We're going over the angel number 911, what its meaning is, what you can do when you will continually see this number. So if this is a number you want to learn more about what it means, what your angels are communicating to you, or it's one you're actually seeing consistently, keep watching, because coming up next, we're going to be going over again what it can mean and how to respond. Hi there everyone, my name is Dave and this is HeartSpace for those of you who are new to the channel, where we are releasing videos almost every single day to help you live life more in your way. For me, that means living a life that is fulfilled, living a life that is filled with love from your heart, living in beautiful places, maybe like I am here, or wherever it is that you want to live. And if you want more videos that are going to show you how to do that, give you the tools that are going to help you to start living more in the way that you want, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell icon down below. Now, what I want to go over today is the angel number 911. And there's a lot of different meanings for this angel number. And a lot of people, especially if you live in the States or more of the Western world and you've grown up in that world, 911 to you, you might think that's a negative number. You might think, oh, well, there's 9/11. Obviously, that number is associated to 911 in many places. It's a number you call for emergency services like the police. But actually, this number is not a negative one when it's coming through your angels, the universe, your spirit guide, your higher self, whatever you want to call it. And so we're going to be going over what this means when you're seeing this number everywhere, what your angels are trying to communicate to you, and how you can respond when you are seeing this number. Because again, these are communications coming to you, but you can only really take advantage of them. You can only really start to change your life in a better way, or keep moving down a positive path, if you actually take action based on these numbers, based on the insight and awareness you are getting from these numbers. So we're going to get right into it after this. I am going to change shirts and actually move to a different place, because I actually recorded this intro the other day and my camera blurred out the whole intro. So that's why I'm going to be in a different location and with a completely different shirt on. That is because it was recorded yesterday. So don't be alarmed if that happens. But anyway, enjoy the video. Let's get into what this number means and how to respond. Now, one of the main meanings of this number, one of the main messages that comes through with this number is one of my favorites. And it's a call, basically a call to action for you, or a call to alignment for you from your angels to start following your purpose, to start following your calling, to start following your heart, essentially. And of course, that's the reason I like it, because really the point of this whole channel is for me to demonstrate living from my heart, so that you can get an example of that, and also giving you tools and things that are going to help you do that more and more. And so this number, one of the things I really take away from it is it's just a reminder from my angels, from my spirit guides, from the universe, again, whatever you want to call it, to continue to move down my life's purpose, the purpose in my soul, not the one in my head, the one that's in my heart, not the one coming from the overthinking mind. And for me, it's a great reminder, maybe if I'm veering off track a little bit, to move myself back along that path, or just a reminder that that's the way that I'm going. That's what is in my heart, to continually follow my heart and to keep going in the direction that I'm going in. But this is one of the biggest indicators, or one of the biggest messages that comes along with this number, that it's either time to start following that path, the path that's in your heart, or if you're already going on it, or maybe you veered off a little bit, to get back on it or keep going. This number can also represent spiritual enlightenment and awareness, which is very, to me, accurate, because if you're going to be going down your life path, your life purpose, your spiritual path, following your heart, you're going to need to continually become more enlightened. What does enlightened mean? It's similar to gaining awareness. It means you are becoming more aware of what really is. You are becoming more aware of truth. You are gaining more information. You are seeing things how they really are. And to truly go down the path that your soul wants you to go down, you are going to have to continually expand your awareness and your enlightenment. So 911 also represents this. You are expanding your awareness. It represents enlightenment and spiritual awareness, that more and more of this is coming into your life. Because guess what? If you're closed off, if you're closed-minded, or if you're even closed-hearted, we'll call it, your heart is closed off, you're never going to go down your true spiritual path. You're never going to go down the path the universe is looking for you to go down, which would be best for everyone, best for you, most of all. You would never go down the path your heart was trying to truly lead you towards if you didn't have some level of enlightenment, or have gone through some level of enlightenment or some level of spiritual awareness, having expanded your awareness in some way. And so this is another thing that this number can represent, that you are starting to do that, or it's again a call for you to continually expand your spiritual awareness, your spiritual enlightenment, which again, you can't really just sit there and expect it all to come to you. It can through different practices like meditation and things of that nature, but a lot of it is going to be experiential. Expanding your awareness, especially from a spiritual sense, will be actually going out and doing the things. The universe will bring, or I like to say the universe will open the door for you, but it won't force you to walk through. This has to be a co-creative process. And so if you're seeing this number, for me, a good idea is to look in your life and go, okay, what are things in my life that are taking me out of my heart? And what are some things I can do that bring me more into my heart? What is my heart leading me towards? And then just to obviously let go of the things that continually move you away from your heart, move you away from your true spiritual purpose, once you have discerned what that is, and to obviously add more of the things that bring you closer to your heart. Because the more open you are with your heart, the more you lead from here, the more you will expand your spiritual awareness, the more enlightened you will become, which means the more aware of what path you should be going down, you will become. And then it's just a matter of whether you're going to actually take the path or not. So one other representation of this number I'm going to give you is 911 can represent that you are coming to the end of a cycle. A lot of times if we want to move down a new path, for example, maybe you've been feeling the pull towards something different in your life. Maybe you want a new occupation, or someone in your life isn't quite right for you, maybe a partner, or maybe it's just you want to go travel. There's something you want to do and your heart is really pulling you towards, but you have this other thing in your life you need to let go of before you can go off and do that. And so you're coming to the end of almost an era, a phase, a cycle in your life. And this is completely natural. We go through cycles in our life. We are cyclical beings. We go through cycles. We go through seasons. The universe does that naturally as well. It's cyclical. And so it's very natural for you to come to an end, to the end of a certain phase or cycle in your life. However, a lot of people will hold on to the end of this cycle and hold on for dear life to the old story instead of letting go and moving on to the new. But that new cannot come in. Let's say it's you moving closer to going down to the path that you want to go down as a spiritual being. That can't come in until you create the space by removing the old. And so sometimes this number can represent, hey, look, it's time to let go of the old patterns, the old stories, and move into who you are supposed to become, to move more into your power, to move more into who you are, and especially what you are as a spiritual being in a human body. And a lot of times that means letting go of the old cycle, the old season, the old story, and moving into the new that the universe is trying to bring you. Again, like I said, it will open the door for you, but it's not going to force you to let go of the old in order to be able to move towards the new through that doorway. But this can be another call for that you're coming to the end of the cycle. Your goals or your mission in whatever you were doing before are about to come to completion, and it's time to start anew down a different path. And so, that might be relevant to some of you. It might not. Again, if it is resonating with you, that may be the thing you need to do in your life when you're seeing this number all the time. That might be what your angels are communicating to you through this number, if that rings true for you. Anyway, guys, again, with this number, one of the biggest things I see it as is just remembering to follow my heart, remembering to continue down my spiritual path, not to get too caught up in my head. And again, sometimes I'll see this number when I'm veering off a little bit. I'm getting a little too much in my head and not enough in my heart. And it reminds me to come back into my heart, to lead with my heart, and to go from there. And so for me, that's been one of the most effective reminders when seeing this number. And so maybe that will be something that's very effective for you. But again, only use what resonates with you. It might have been one scenario I gave you that resonates more than another. And that usually means that when you're seeing that number, when you're seeing 911, that is what is actually applicable to you. That is what is being communicated to you, because that resonation, that you resonating with something is, again, you from your heart communicating with your angels. It's not going to be a heady thing like, oh, that makes sense or whatever. No, it's what resonates with you. And so if one of the three things I went over resonates, go with that thing. If it's a different thing, go with that thing. So on and so forth. But I think you get the idea. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it. That is, what it means when you keep seeing 911. There are, of course, other ways you can interpret this number, but these are some of the main ways that I found that ring true for me, and I believe ring true for a lot of other people. So that's why I've given you. But if you want to explore this number even deeper, beyond just a short video like this, then I highly recommend it if it's something that you want to do. But if this stuff resonates with you, I would stick with this stuff. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate you taking the time for your own growth, for your own gaining of spiritual awareness, expansion of spiritual awareness. I believe it's one of the most beneficial things you can do. And thank you so much for being here and doing that with me. Anyway, as always, I love you, and I will see you in the next one.